Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us for this student spotlight. I'm super excited to be here with you all today. My name is Sarah O. I am the digital content producer here at University of the People, and I'm going to let our special student introduce himself to you all today.
Hey, hello, good morning, Sarah. First of all, thank you very much for having me over here. My name is Norberto, and it's a real pleasure to be part of this showcase. Showcase, and also to be part of the UO family, UO people family.
Yes,
So, thank you very much for having me over here this morning.
no problem at all. Thank you so much for being here with me. I know a lot of our students are from over 200 different countries and territories around the world. Do you want to share where you're from and what UO People program you're a part of?
Yes, okay. So, I live in a very small country in Central America, known as Belize. We are up in the north side of the country, are border with Mexico, and in the west and the south, we are border with Guatemala. Uh, so um, it's a very small country. Our first language is English. We get our independence from England. So that is our first language over here, and our secondary language is Spanish and other dialects that we have here in the country. So, which program I'm taking at Duo People? All right. So, I have my degree in. I have a first degree in culinary arts, which I studied for
Oh,
in Mexico. So for 9 years, I serve as a chef. From those 9 years, in 2014, I get the opportunity to work as executive chef for a former U.S. ambassador to Belize, who is
wow.
from LA. Mr. He's a retired judge from the Supreme Court, Mr.
Wow.
Carlos Moreno. So I served 9 years as chef, three at the U.S. Embassy, and in 2019, I received the invitation to become a professor at the high school. From the same high school I graduated. So,
Wow.
turning as a professor, I decided to forward my studies. So I started to look some universities here in Belize, which are very expensive. I can say
Yeah.
they're very expensive over here in Belize. The studies is very expensive. So I started to look universities, and I remember one time I was looking on Facebook, and I came across this video. I can't really remember what the name of the guy, but I see about your people, and I was like impressed, and I said, "Oh, that's so amazing!" And I started to make some researches. I went to the website and searched for their courses, and then I see the half health science, and I love because I am in culinary arts, and I love a lot of nutrition. I say, "Oh, health science, that sounds interesting." So,
Yeah.
from since 2021, I joined UoPeople, and I am there pursuing my bachelor's degree in health science right now.
That's amazing. Your story
Yes.
is like very fascinating. I'm sure a lot of our students are interested to go from a culinary arts degree to work for a like US embassy person to go ahead and like have all this experience as a professor and now doing health science at University of the People. That's really an amazing story. And it shows just how diverse our student population is. I know you said that you came across a video that kind of showed you or talked about your people briefly, but what made you end up choosing University of the People?
Okay, so as I mentioned before, the universities here in Belize, because we only have two universities here in Belize, they're very expensive. So they're very expensive. So when I make my research with them, it was very expensive, and that
Yeah.
time was the pandemic was just starting that time. So unfortunately, here in Belize, we teachers and other public servants, government, we get a salary cut. So I was
Wow.
unable to afford that study. So I remember you will people say that you can study almost for free, and I say, "Oh, that's true," or say, "Oh, that's a
Yeah.
lie." So I start to make some researches, and then I say, "You know what? I will give it a try," because a lot of people out there that have like negative comments, and I say, "No, this
Right.
is a spam and this and that. How will you study university, a career almost for free or free? And come on, this is a spam." So I was like, "That's true. That's like." So I said, "You know what? I give it a try. If I don't give it a try myself, I will never know if it is true or false."
Right.
So I come and I start to do all the procedures. I send all the documents they asked me for, and I do everything. And I send, and then few days after I received my email saying that I was approved, and I said, "What?
Yeah.
That's amazing." So they told me I have to pay the $60 subscription, something like that.
Application fee. Yes.
Application, yes, yes.
Mhm.
So after that, they asked me if I want to apply for a scholarship, and I said, "Of course." So
Yeah.
I was granted a scholarship. So they waived me my $60 application fee.
Wow.
So I have been there, and because I am receiving my GPS are over 3.0. So
Wow.
my trip ad- my not my trip advisor, sorry, my program advisor,
Mhm.
he asked me when my first scholarship was going to get depleted. Because I have very good grades, I can reapply for a next scholarship. I said, of course, I want to
Yes.
do it. So that is how I came over here. So from that time over, from since 2021 to this year, I have been studying at UO People. I'm getting my scholarships, and and I can say I'm studying almost for free. The only thing I'm paying is my electricity and my internet. And because of that, I couldn't afford to pay university in Belize, and as a University of the People, so I joined University of the People since 2021, and I am really happy to be there.
Yes, I know you have over a year now of experience at University of the People, and I'm happy
Yes,
that you had such a good story. You know, a lot of people they see negative comments online and they're like, "Oh, it can't be real." But the university does offer a lot of scholarships to students in need. If you can't pay the application fee, I get a lot of comments on the YouTube channel, and they're like, "Oh, like how do I like I can't pay the $60, I can't afford it." But most of the times, once you fill out your application and then you wait a while, if they see that you haven't paid it, they sometimes assume you might need financial aid. So they offer you an application fee scholarship. You can get a scholarship for your course fee so you don't have to pay at the end of the term. So there's a lot of different ways that we want to make sure that all qualified students have higher education at an affordable cost, if not a free cost. It is tuition free. So I know you said at Belize you guys have two universities. They're super expensive. In the
yes.
United States, we have a ton of universities, but all of them vary in price, and a lot of them charge tuition, and tuition is not included in like your course, in like the course books that you're going to read, and housing and all this other stuff. So we really like to make sure that our fees are as minimal as possible so that you can worry about the very small things like paying for like electricity and internet. So yes, I'm happy that you have that opportunity at University of the People. And since being at University of the People for over a year now, what do you like most about being a student here?
Well, the first thing that I like of being of University of the People are the professors.
Yes.
Professors are very professional. I remember I had this professor for the course I took for infectious disease, and he's a doctor. He's a surgeon.
Oh,
He's
wow.
a surgeon, yes, and the feedbacks he gave us on our work and our discussion forums, and the class was very amazing. The feedbacks he gave us. So I remember when we were in a topic and I was having like a question, something I don't understand. I remember I was doing my learning journals, and then in a little space I just write that quick question, and just something that I want to have a little more information. Just write a quick question for him, like a personal question,
Yeah.
and then he will answer me back when he give my feedback and tell me, oh yes, this is this that's happened, and you can find more information over this place, or send me some links where I can find information. So the professors are really professional, and also I like that professors are from around the world. They are not from
Yeah.
only one country. I see I have a
Right.
professor from India, from Croatia, from Romania, and different parts of the country. So that's amazing. Second, I already met a lot of friends. I already made a lot of friends in UO People. I remember having a friend in when I was just starting at UO People. I was, because I usually when I start a course, I open all the to see who are in my group, to see if there's any Belizean students over there. So I see this student, and then like terms after I see her again on the same course, and this term we're sharing our next course again, and we have become very friends. When sometimes
Yeah.
when there's something that I don't understand, I just send her a chat to the model, and she said, "Oh yes, maybe you can find this link, or you can help this can help you over here." So we try to share, and it is nice because sometimes when we are having our discussion forum, remember the for this term when we were starting this course, the term, discussion forum, I told her, "Oh, it's nice to see you again in this term."
Right.
In this course, so yes, I have already met a lot of people out there. They talk about their culture, their food, different stuff. Getting to know a little bit more of their country. So
Right.
yes, the professors, the students, the model as well is very easy to follow. The resources we have are really amazing. Also, that is, as you mentioned, is tuition free. We don't have to buy textbooks. programs.
Right.
All of that are really amazing. That is what I like from university. I don't have to be stressing myself. I say, oh, I need to buy this book, or I have to,
Exactly.
yes, I have to be searching where I can get this book, or where they provide us our book, they give us our links, and I just download whatever I need to download from the textbook and everything, and they give us all the resources, so we don't have to be stressing ourselves trying to find out where we're going to get our textbook. So that is what I love from University of the People.
Yeah, those are amazing. I'm happy that you listed all those great resources. A lot of students or people who are interested in joining the university, they might not realize that you are getting a lot of this information for free. We have qualified instructors from all over the world who are teaching surgeons, doctors, nurses,
Yes.
professors in American accredited universities as
Mhm.
well, who get to teach you on a regular basis. And I'm happy that you're able to make friends because a lot of people struggle to make friends online. They think, oh, it's an online university. I'm not going to be able to talk to anyone. I'm not going to be able to make any friends, but you are going to be able to make friends. It is possible to get to know your classmates and create a friendship with them. And that's really good to hear. And I know you listed a lot of great resources. What resource would you say you use the most often at Your People? I know there's Moodle, there's the free online textbooks, you have your program advisor, you have your course mates. What would you use the most often, or a few of them that you use most often?
Okay, so yes, I use a lot of the Moodle. That's the main one I use. From there, I like to use the Learning Resource Center,
Yeah.
the UO People Library. The from there the Jester, the LIRN, the Library and Information Resource Network. Also, I try to have a lot of communication with my program advisor.
Right.
So those are the resources I use directly from you people. Now from outside resources I use a lot of, because I am on health science student. I use a lot the PubMed, the
Okay.
Mayo Clinic website, the CDC, the World Health, the WHO. So those are some of the resources I use a lot from for you people.
That's great. And what would you say is your favorite part about being a student ambassador at UO People? I know a lot of people don't know about our student ambassador program, but we do have a student ambassador program. Our students basically get to share the mission of UO People with the world and just like talk about University of the People online so that people know the truth about our amazing online American accredited tuition free degrees. So, what would you say is your favorite part about that?
My favorite part from there is that I can share my experience when I get challenges. They so like, answer this question, the website. So I go or share our link on your social media, Twitter or Facebook,
Yeah.
and so I share my experience. As a matter of fact, I was featured some months ago at the
Oh,
UO
wow.
People official website, Facebook
Yes.
site page. I was featured there, so it was really amazing. So I shared that in my story, and a lot of people were like asking me questions. And then a couple months ago, I received a certificate for human biology.
Wow.
Have the courses there because I cover all those courses. They send me a certificate in which I have already covered all the courses, and I received my certificate in human biology. So I post a picture of that on my Facebook,
Yeah.
and a lot of people start to ask me, "Hey, that university is true? Is that are they not scammers?" Or and I said, "No, of course not. This is a true university. It's a real
Right.
university." And so there, I can share my experience as the ambassador, and also outside the on my private life, for example, my as I mentioned to you, on my own social media, Facebook,
Right.
I can share whatever I receive from there. For example, my certificate, and due to that, one of my wife's cousins, she joined University of the People as well, and she's
Wow.
currently a student there as well because she said she wanted to continue her studies. In
Yeah.
science as well, and so she asked me. She said, "I post that," and she started to ask me questions how you do it and the procedure. So I started to explain how it works, and when I heard she applied and she was accepted, and she's currently a student there as well at UoPeople. And a lot of other students, other people that I have on as friend on Facebook, also start to ask me questions, and they say, "Oh, of course I'm going to apply if that's a real university I want to pursue." And so I start to explain. So that is one of the beautiful thing of being ambassador of the UO people. You can help other people or have other guys
Yeah.
to pursue their degree or their
Yeah.
studies.
And you've done a lot of amazing work by being a student ambassador. Like, I'm happy you were able to get featured because it clearly shows that you've been able to bring in students, you've been able to share about your experiences on social media, and really let people know that, everyone is like skeptical of free things or tuition free things, and they might not always believe that a university like University of People is real or like actually
Yeah.
exists. But it's true, it does exist, it is real. There are people out there who are learning, earning their degree, and also working for major corporations like Google, like Amazon, like Apple, like Microsoft, like the World Health Organization, and a lot of different other world organizations after they graduate from here. So I'm super happy that you've been able to help so many people while being a student ambassador at UoPeople. And I know you have a huge, experience with professoring, with being a chef, with like a whole bunch of other things that you've done in the past. But what do you want to do after graduating from University of the People?
Okay, so after graduating from University of the People, I will continue my career as a professor.
Oh,
But there was something that I didn't think before, but one of my aunts, she gave me the idea. Because here in Belize, to get teachers a full license to become a teacher,
yeah.
we need to have a certificate in studies. So I told her, I was talking with my aunt, and I was telling her, I think after graduating, because to what I make my calculation, I should be graduating from your people next year around September, October.
Wow.
So I told her then I will go to university in Belize and do my certificate in education. And
Yeah.
she told me, but what are you going to do? A certificate in education? You're just going to get a certificate. You know, University of the People offer a master's in education leadership.
Yeah.
And I told her, oh, that's true. And she told me, okay, why you don't finish your master's on University of the People, and instead of getting just a certificate, you get a degree, a master's in education. So my goal right now, after graduating next year, if that's God's will, I will pursue my master's at Duo People in Education Leadership.
That's
So
an amazing
that
goal. Like,
is yes.
yes, all the hard work you've put in, I'm 100% sure you will be graduating September of 2023 and moving on to the Masters of Education program. It is our smallest program at the university, but a
Mhm.
lot of the students who are part of that, part of the master's program in education, they learn so much in such a small amount of
Yeah.
time. So I know that'll be really fruitful for you, especially with all your other experience in health science and culinary arts. It'll just push you up to another level of greatness that you're already at. And what advice, final question, thank you all so much who have been, talking and saying really nice comments in the chat. What advice would you give to new and current students at Yo People?
My advice and the major one that I will give them is to don't believe those negative comments that they have on internet. That the first thing, as I mentioned, many people here in Belize when they start to ask me, they tell me that's I heard that's a scam. And I no, that is not a scam. That's a real
Yeah.
university. So yes, that my first advice is for them is to don't believe those negative comments. University of the People is real.
Yeah.
You learn a lot, and for example, um, when the pandemic come, we started over here in Belize, the COVID. We went everything. The studies went online. So one of our professors he went for long leave, and because I already have a background in science, thanks to University of the People, I was given the opportunity to teach science, integrated
Wow.
science at the same high school where I'm teaching. And also the science teacher, one of the science teachers there, every time he asks me question, hey, what do you think about this? What information I have about this topic? So yes, the study is very high quality study. You learn
Yeah.
a lot. I have been learning a lot. I can share my knowledge. Also, I like to link what I learned from you people with my previous degree in culinary arts, and also with my researches I made. So I try to gather all information to teach at school.
Right.
So my advice for them is to, if you are planning to continue your study, do it. Don't be afraid. And that's the same thing I tell over here everybody in Belize when they ask me, what you think I should try that. I tried. I tried. So yes, don't believe those negative comments. Go ahead. Uh, Study. I know life right now is hard, and
Yeah.
University of the People is an opportunity that all of us have over here.
Yeah.
I personally, I feel very grateful with you people. Thanks to them, I am currently pursuing my degree. Also, I already have a lot of opportunities, especially at work,
Yeah.
having more open doors and everything for me to teach other subjects. So yes, my advice is to go ahead, pursue your degrees. your studies. Don't believe those negative comments. So yes, that is my advice, and
Yeah.
follow your dreams.
Yes, that's all great advice. Thank you so much, Norberto, for having this time with me and sharing all of those great pieces of advice, sharing your experience at Yo People. I know it's going to be very helpful for anyone interested in joining, as well as current students who have their, final bit of studying to do to end out the term or to begin a new term. I know that all of this information will be very fruitful for them. And I want to say a big thank you again to anyone who took the time to watch this student spotlight. Truly appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure to like and share this video on social media so other people can hear the message of University of the People. Have a great day or night, no matter where you might be in the world. And I will see you on the next one. Bye,
All
everyone.
right, bye bye. Have a wonderful day too.
Thank you.